What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of the Boostsa Podcast. And next to me, we've got Mr. Brandon Almazan, owner of Profit Exhaust. What's up, Brandon?
What's up, Jason?
All good, all good. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, even though I said no.
Oh, bullshit. You never said no. You called me up. You begged me to be on the show. You're like me, bro. Everybody else is getting features. I'm joking. Brandon never said that. He never said that. But he did say that he wants to do it after 8 because he wants to get home and he wants to shave and he wants to cut his hair and do all of that. Did you shave? Did you cut your hair even? Your hair, nothing touched your hair.
All 3 interviews we had before, everyone was on, all the oaks were all cleaned up. And I couldn't be the first one to come on your show and then look like shit. So no, thank you.
So the reason we brought you onto the show, because you've got what I call the giant slaying Mk1. It's an 8-valve, 2-liter, non-turbocharged NA running meth, doing 12.00 quarter miles. That car is ridiculous. Before we get into the actual car, people know you as Brandon Profit because you run Profit Exhausts. Now, obviously, you do exhausts, Mike.
Yeah.
What else do you guys do? I mean, what type of exhaust systems, what kind of work do you guys do?
Look, we specialize in stainless steel exhaust systems, standard and performance. So we do all makes of types of vehicles for your moms, your dads, grandpas, race cars, drag cars, and we do roll cages, boost pipes when we're not busy.
Okay.
So yeah, anything to do with plumbing, piping, basically, we do.
Before we go any further, so I've got a picture here that I want to share with everybody. Let me just pull this up quickly. It's a picture of your car. That's the meth baby.
That's my baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, the meth baby.
So
only meth.
Only meth. I actually wanted to, we're going to speak about that later on when we start speaking about the car. But from the outside, let's just have a look here quickly. Okay. So you got the 2-liter 8-valve, okay, running throttles over there, your ITBs over there. On the right-hand side over there, you've got your fuel tank, okay? That is the fuel cell that's over there. And you are running, there's another picture. What sort of cooling are you running? Are you just running a radiator?
No, it's just a normal radiator.
Yeah.
On the radiator that I'm running, so that is not in the way of the throttle bodies.
Okay.
Yeah, that's basically all.
Okay.
And obviously with the methanol runs nice and cool. So that also helps a bit. Yeah.
Okay. Looking a bit further, I mean, there's nothing much in the engine bay other than the motor and the fuel tank and the battery. There's nothing in there. There's nothing at all. There's nothing else in it to speak about. We'll talk about the inside of that motor now. You've got these huge fender flares, which for Mk1 in the drag scene seems to be common nowadays. But I mean, your car's just done so nicely. I mean, with the red engine bay and this livery. What was the idea? What is the idea with the livery? Were you trying to chase particular look, or do you just like the way that the red and the blue and the swoops looked in the car?
Look, I always liked the Burcup look, the Golfs overseas with the Burcup kits, and I always liked that. And I always said one day when I, build a drag car,
one day when you
race car, one day when I'm big, I'd want a kit like that. So that's the reason why I did it.
Okay, and it's
not really a good idea to have arches on a drag car because you don't want so much drag or parts on the car that's going to cause a lot of drag. So, but I mean, I'm not going to take it off. I love the look. I wanted it.
Yeah, but I mean, if the arches weren't there, I mean, the track width of those wheels, I mean, they're popping out the body so far. You need to have some kind of a shroud around them. You have to.
Yes, you have to,
So on the staying on the outside. You've got the glass front winch, you've got a glass windscreen on the front, and you've got Lex and windows on the sides and at the back.
Yeah, it's Lex and all around,
Okay, it's just a glass windscreen in front.
No, that I've got, that's 3mm Lexan, the rear is 3mm Lexan, and and then the sides are 2mm Lexan.
Okay, all right. Wheels, the front, what size drag wheel? These aren't your drag wheels. This is to get to and from.
No, that's just to roll around there.
But when you are racing, I mean, what are you running wheel wise?
22, 13 by 22s drag slicks.
13 by 22 drag slicks. Yeah, I know what it's
so basically you would drag drag slicks on a 13-inch rim basically.
Okay, all right. So the next picture that I want to bring up is a picture it's a bit of a closer view, like an aerial view of your engine bay. Let me just open up this quickly. There we go. So now we can get a closer look at the actual engine. So like we said, on the right side, you've got the fuel cell. The little box on the left-hand side of you said it was a breather. The pipe is, I can see the pipe is not there. Usually, your pipe is attached to the header here, eh? From the breather.
To the tappet cover, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the tappet cover to the breather box.
Okay, from the breather box, it goes down towards the crank. Or where does it go? Where does the oil filter
Hey?
into? Where does your oil
No,
filter
it just
back
runs
into?
still there. It just breathes.
Okay.
No, it doesn't filter back into the motor.
Okay, cool. So give us
That's just for excess. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. You said it's just for excess?
Yeah, that's just to catch the oil, the excess oil when you're revving the shit out of the engine, basically.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Which brings me to the next point. What does this engine rev to? Do you even have a rev count in the car?
No, I do.
Okay.
My shift light's on 8,000.
Mm-hmm.
So when I drag with the car, my shift light's 8,000 and my limiter's on 8.5.
Okay. So give us an idea of now, we've put some questions out on Facebook earlier. Give us sort of a rundown of the build on the motor now. What a lot of people don't realize is that the components inside the motor, it's not a completely forged engine, is it?
No, it's standard rods, masterboard pistons, masterboard rings, masterboard bearings, nothing fancy.
That's crazy. Look, a lot of the people are holding their heads in their hands like, how are you running close to 11, 12.005 to be exact, with basically a stock engine? You know, this is a question that a lot of people are asking, and I'll get into the Facebook questions.
Now, look, it's not really stock. It's work to the max, but I mean, I can go a little bit further with engine parts if I want to spend that money.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You can ask all the oaks that know me personally, Bradley, Jay, Jody, all Elton, them all, show them. I do things that others won't do. So I will catch on shit that no one else would.
Yeah.
So other oaks, if they build their motor, they probably do rods, fancy pistons, but I feel I don't have to do that. I think I can go into the 11s with that setup.
Dude, when you talk about going into the 11s on what is essentially a stock motor, you give me chills. I mean, a lot of people are out there saying...
It's not really stock, so don't say stock. You can't say stock.
Not
there's
stock.
Funny stuff there.
Stock.
Yeah, there's funny shit in it, but it's cheap stuff.
Okay, so...
it's not going to break a bank.
Okay, so the next question is, do you know how much kilowatts a motor makes? Have you ever had it on a dyno?
Yes, yeah.
So what kind of power are you running?
Look, all dynos are different. So on first performance dyno, that's wheel power. So my car makes the 149 kilowatts.
Yeah.
And 249 newton meters of torque.
Okay.
So that's wheel power.
Yeah.
So but I mean, if I go to any other dyno, it's going to be either more or less. So
yeah. It's a ballpark. It's a ballpark. And at the end of the way, dynos don't win races. So they're just numbers to gauge an engine output by. You know, it's everything else about the car.
That's what people don't believe when I say the power of the car makes it like it's impossible. But I mean, that's what the car makes.
Yeah.
So it's a little power for what the car is doing, basically.
Okay, we're going to stay on the bottom end, and I understand, and I get this, like any other racer that's out there, nobody wants to give away all their secrets because there's a lot of work in this book. I mean, I know you for a long time, and I've seen the trials and tribulations that this car has gone through. I've seen you pull out your hair with things about this car. I've seen you take the car to track after working on it forever and have the car just not do something that it's supposed to. It happens. That's what drag racing is about. You know, but when you look at has the motor been stroked at all? Is there a stroke on that motor or not?
It's got a T-day crank in it. Okay. I won't lie.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's got a T-day crank in it.
You don't have to give away all the secrets. I'm not going to be mad at you. I'm not going to be mad. You know, but people are going to ask.
Everybody runs it, man.
Yeah,
everybody runs it. No You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Look,
I'm looking at it. It's got to keep.
We were chatting to Rudy the other day with his 2-liter 20 valve. He's got the same thing. He's got the TDI diesel crank in there. You know, so that's part of the work that's going on there. So there's a lot of other magic inside that motor, and a few other questions I'll ask you a little bit later on. If we move away from the bottom end, we come towards the top now. It's just an 8 valve setup. There's anything crazy going on in there.
No, it's good. Look, it's got a decent set of valves and valve springs. So the valve train's decent. Super tech. Mm-hmm. And it's got it. And then just the cam. Super thick valves and springs.
Okay. Yeah.
And the cam.
And in the cam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a cam.
It's got a cam, and we're going to leave that there.
It's got a cam, yeah.
All right. So that's there was something else. Just give me a second here. I want to check out something. Hold on for me. The fuel that you're running straight meth.
Yeah.
Like the t-shirt says, meth baby. Okay, you're running pure methanol, no mix, no nothing.
Yeah. Nothing, no mix, nothing.
Is there
clean.
Is there a reason for that?
Yes.
I'm asking all the right questions tonight. Okay, so pure meth.
If you know me,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you know me, you can ask Bradley or Alton or whatever. I will not run a mix in my car.
Okay.
Because I want to do 11s with clean methanol. Because there's a whole lot of crap running around about mix this and mix that and that.
Nitro in and that kind of thing, yeah.
That's it, yeah.
Okay, so if they ever check your car
with clean meth.
And if they ever check your car,
anyone can come check it.
It's running pure straight meth, and that's all. And
if I was running a mix, I'd brag about it.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, why I've got respect for you and for what you're doing is that you've got a certain goal. You want to break into the 11s with that setup as it is running meth, because there's certain like there's a guy in Brazil and a few other international runners that are running a similar setup, and that's where you want to be with your car, and you are chasing 11s with what you've got basically. And if you're adding nitro, if you do anything else to the car, you're sort of cheating. Even if you broke that time, you're not doing it.
That's
the way they did it.
It's for me, it will be cheating.
Yeah, exactly.
For me, it will be cheating.
No, so mad respect for
that's
that.
my honest. Yeah.
Okay, another picture I want to bring up here.
Yeah.
Where's this picture? All right, so another picture that I'm going to bring up here is the inside of the car. So we're going to start off here. All right, that's the inside. The very bare bones, nothing crazy, just what you need. So you've got the Alcantara. Is it Alcantara or suede on the Momo steering wheel?
Suede.
Is it suede?
Suede.
You got suede.
Yeah.
And then that's okay. There's another view. So there you've got your dash. No place to put your coffee. No cup holders. All you've got is that a rev counter there?
No, that's my oil pressure gauge. That's a manual oil pressure gauge.
Okay.
And then I've got a electronic oil pressure gauge on the dash as well. So the dash basically shows everything. The dash is my rev counter. The dash is my oil pressure, my water temp, fuel pressure, all of that.
Okay. Which management are you running?
Power mods management and that's a power mods dash.
Okay. Is there a reason that you're running power mods? Because everyone else is running around for various other kinds of management systems. You don't often see the power mods.
Look, it's preference, man. Everyone's got their own choice. What management they want to run. So
you just prefer running.
I'm running
power
that
mods.
that's working. Yeah, I'm running that that's working for me. I don't have issues. So.
And does it give you enough control over the things that you need control of? Obviously, within
look, it's just I tell everybody it's just the 8 valve. There's no turbo connected, nothing fancy.
Yeah.
So I don't need control of anything. I just need to see my air fuels. That's all.
Okay.
And oil pressure.
Okay, the most important one, the oil pressure. That's why we've got the manual and the electronic. So some of them must get. If you see them out for whatever it is, there's an issue here somewhere. And sometimes I just need to put this out there. Every now and again, you need to listen to your tuner. You should know what I'm talking about when your tuner tells you to do something. You should listen sometimes and know some stuff.
Yeah, but sometimes, you know what? sometimes you work so hard on a car that you're like, you know what, stuff that.
Well, can I tell the story? Can I tell the story?
No, you can tell the story. You can go for it.
So here's the thing. Brandon goes out was it the last MSA? Was it bragging rights?
That's it. Yeah.
So bragging rights. Brandon's got his car at where we were at First Performance,
The Friday night.
So tuning the car, got the car on the dyno, making sure everything is hunky-dory on the car. And Brandon gets to the track the morning, and he gets a call. Was it the morning that you get a call? And they say, listen, there's a bit of an issue. We found filings in the oil somewhere. Where did they find filings?
I did after the dyno tune and stuff, or checking everything, I did an oil change on the car so I could race with fresh oil.
Okay.
And obviously it was in the oil pan. And then Saturday morning when Craig and his guys got there, they were cleaning up, and then they threw my oil out, and then they saw some gold filings there in the pan.
And then they phoned you and said, bro, there's an issue. Don't race this car. To which you said, fuck that. That's about the short of it.
I said that, and I told Elton was still there.
Yeah.
And I told him that, and he looked at me and he was like,
what now?
I said to him, dude, I'm gonna drive. I don't care. If it breaks, it breaks. But I spent a week on the car, and Friday night, the whole night till Saturday morning.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna drive. If it breaks, it breaks.
And
then we started the car. No, but we started the car, and I was revving the car. I still told Elton, listen, there's a noise. Elton still said, no, there's nothing. It's quiet. And I also went to go listen, and there's nothing.
Yeah.
So
you were just hoping maybe those filings were in the pan when my oil went in there already. You know, that might be where it is. But you knew in the back of your mind, nah, those are my filings. I'm gonna kill this motor here.
Nah, I knew. After the first run, I actually knew. Because I could feel.
What did you feel? So when you took the car out the first time, what were you feeling? What did you get from the car?
When I was revving the car, no, you know when you're revving a car and normally you're used to a car, so you know where the car is gonna go on the track, especially if you're used to shifting perfectly and you know where exactly. Yeah. I could feel on top that the car I was revving, but I was kind of holding it too long for the shift light to come on.
Okay.
So when I felt that the first time, I was like, okay, this thing's not revving out.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what, fuck it. Can we go again?
Yeah.
We went again.
So not only didn't you listen to the tuner, not only on your first run, you know the motor wasn't doing well, you went out a third time and you moved it again. You're a special kind of open. You're a special kind of guy.
Dude, I haven't raced for a while, so I had the opportunity and I was like, you know, it's fine, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
It'll be okay. It'll be fine. You know what? But it's just as well that you did, because if you didn't, we would have went out of it MSA straight into Corona, and you wouldn't have been racing for who knows how long. So at least you've got it out of your system. You now know something's not lekker with that motor. Now you open it up and you've got time to fix it. So it all worked out for the best.
Yeah. I opened it up and I had to throw stuff away because I couldn't use them because they were fucked.
So you destroyed your bearings. You destroyed your crank. What else?
Crank. The one rod.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
But I've got four. Yeah, I've got 4 spare rods.
Okay.
So it's cool. So and I got another crank now that's done.
Yeah.
I'll put the motor together later on once I'm in the mood. I'm not in the mood yet. So
okay. Yeah, you get you decide you do nothing for like months, and all of a sudden for a week you decide I'm gonna do this thing now, and then just knock off everything at once. So we're looking forward to that. Something else. Talk to us about so we've spoken about the engine, the fuel that you use, the management and things. The gearbox. What gearbox are you running?
It's a normal rod box.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously it's got a straight cut with synchros.
Yeah.
Bolt Mk1.
Mm-hmm.
And a clutch.
Okay. What are you running at?
Nothing fancy.
It's just
nothing fancy.
It's normal stuff, just strong normal stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, you know what I want to do now? I actually want to bring in one of the runs that you've had with that car.
Yes, that's bragging rights.
Is this bragging rights? Okay, so you've got
Yeah.
right lane down Killarney. Have you got a preference for right lane or left lane? I know right lane has got that nasty dip a bit further down.
No, I like the right lane. I
Okay.
like the wall. That's why you always see most of my runs is it's wall side,
Okay. And
not
you're
the
up
grass
against
side. Yeah.
what you up against a golf? Let's say the Golf 7R. That's an R, eh?
Yeah, that's an odd.
So that's an all-wheel drive against you.
Yeah.
Oh shit! You hit that 3 hard. Gone. You definitely got that 60 foot easy. So this was at.
Yeah, he came to reel me in.
Oh, you got. I mean, it's just a
Bragging right.
Yeah. So that is the fastest the first time you broke. Well, you've been in the 12s for a long time. You've done it 12.9, 12 no, not a 12.9, a 12.009, and the fastest is a 12.005.
Yeah.
So that's a fast. When do you do that 12.005?
I think it was the second last event. The one before
In
bragging
December.
rights.
Was it in December?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Was it December?
Street Fest. It was Street
I'm not
Fest.
sure now when I did it.
Okay, it was in 2019. And then
Yeah.
the last time you had the car out, obviously, was at bragging rights, and that's when you just grenaded you.
Yeah, bragging rights.
Okay, and that's when you destroyed your motor.
Yeah, I did it 12. Yeah, my quickest that day was the first run I think was a 12.25 or 12.24 or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And with you're hovering, even with a busted motor, you're still hovering in 12.2s. I mean, this is why I keep on naming it sort of a giant killer, because you're guys with KCD's motors, K24s, chasing, not even making that time. Here you are with an 8 valve doing low 12s, and you are this close to the 11s. What do you think you'd need to do to that car to break into the 11s?
Put it together, tune it, and buy a new set of drag slicks.
Why drag slicks?
That's what I need to do.
You really think? Are you really saying that with no modifications to the engine, keeping the engine basically as it was before it broke, just putting the same parts back, and you're saying that just tires will take you into the 11s?
I think I'm not saying the tires will. There's little things I'm gonna change now when I put the motor together.
Okay.
And then obviously that with a new set of drag slicks. You must remember I built that car I think 3.5 years ago, and I bought the tires then. So that's how old those.
So you've had those tires for 3 years.
Yeah, and it only hit me like a couple of months ago after bragging rights. I was like, someone just spoke about it, and I was like, shit. And then I went into my phone.
Yeah.
I went into my pics on my phone, and then I checked the photo the photo I took of the tires when it came.
Yeah.
I checked the date.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay.
Past expiry date. Need new tires. Oh, I think it's for not only for safety's sake, but for the sake of speed. I think it's definitely going to make a very big difference. Even if you did nothing to the car itself, and you just put a fresh set of tires on, scrub them in properly.
Yeah.
I mean, that would definitely make a difference. Definitely. I mean, and you're launching that car. I mean, your reaction time is on point, and there's hardly any wheel spin. So, I mean, you've got that. How much does the car weigh? How much does the Mk1 weigh?
7. Well, with me in it, it's 775 or 778, something like that.
Wow, that's light. Because you weigh, I mean, with all your CrossFit and all your training and eating your rice cakes and peanut butter, you weigh all of what, 50?
What? Look, I can't go. Look, I can't go lighter.
What are you or the car? Which one?
No. The car.
Okay.
The car can go lighter because our minimum weight is 730. I think 730 or 735.
Yeah.
So I can take off easily 40, 50 kilos still on the car.
Whoa, where are you going to
save? If I want to do.
Where are you going to save 40 or 50 kilos on the car? I mean, what's left to take out?
No. Look, there's a lot. I mean, the only thing I've done on that car was I cut out the wiper panel in the front.
Yeah.
The spare wheel well. The spare wheel well, like everyone else does on the Golf.
Yeah.
And then I cut the door panels out. That was it. I haven't cut anywhere else on the body. So there's places you can cut on the car still to make it lighter. But I mean, it's like I tell everybody, it doesn't mean it's a drag car. It needs to look like shit.
Yeah, of course. No,
I'm not going to cut.
You wanted to
I'm not going to cut. That's it. I'm not going to cut anywhere else on the car. The car's going to stay as it is with that weight. I'm not going to try and get to a 730 or a 740 weight. I'm not going to do that.
Like shit. But have you still got how much of the car is fiberglass or fiber?
The only thing that's fiberglass on the car is the fenders.
Yeah.
And the tailgate. Fenders, tailgate.
And your bonnet?
That's it. Sorry, fenders, tailgate, and bonnet.
Okay.
That's fiberglass, basically.
Okay.
Everything else, the doors, everything else is still, original.
With a car that light, obviously you're not going to need a parachute. You know, you wouldn't need it yet. That's not. It's because the car is super light. What are you doing for brakes and suspension on the car? Let's start on the brakes. Is there anything special you put on there?
No, I've got standard Golf brakes. Nothing fancy.
And it stops you fine, but no issues.
No issues.
Okay, because Kalari's got short to no runoff. If you're going a little bit too much and you can't stop, you're in trouble. But you stop well before the nets, so you're cool there.
Yeah, look, because I've got those thin skinnies on the rear, when I do come to the end and I do this brake, it does play a bit.
Okay.
But I mean, it's nothing that I don't know about. The car stops.
Okay, and you can pedal out if you need to, so that's cool.
Yes, I can.
And suspension-wise?
It's just normal coilies, nothing fancy.
But you're running
normal. Yes, I think what brand is it? Jom?
Yeah, Jom coilovers, yeah, JOMs.
Yeah, I've got that in there.
Front and back, or just in the front?
Front and rear. Yeah, I've just changed the springs, obviously for drags. But otherwise, it's a Jom.
Yeah, but look, as far as you can see, if you look at the run we played earlier on, the car's set up nicely. I mean, the car tracks straight. When you launch, there's no serious squatting. You know, everything just stays nice and planted, and the car just goes forward. So it does seem like you've got that set up tweaked nicely.
Yeah, look, we've spent hours on that car with the suspension, with the setup. I mean, we've done corner weights with the car. So it weighs perfectly. We've transferred the right amount of weight onto the front wheels. We've got the left and right front balancing, same weight. So, you know, because of tire pressures and stuff, you need to have the right weight so that you can have the same tire pressure on either side, on the front. Yeah. So I think that's why the car tracks nicely. It's because of all of that.
Okay, cool. So what I want to do next is, before we jump into the Facebook questions, because those are going to be entertaining. You know, you've got the best friends in the world, and they're all giving you back on Facebook. So we're going to put that out there quickly. But before we go there, we sort of lightly asked the question early on. So your goal is to break into the 11s running pure meth and keeping it an 8-valve. That is the goal. We heard about your engine and what it's got inside of it. What you said could improve is the fact that you're going to put on newer tires, and you've got a couple of extras coming to the car to break you into the 11s.
Yeah, look, I'm not changing engine parts and stuff like that. I'm using the same pistons, same standard rods, just a new set that I've got. I'm just I'm gonna play with some things and see if it's gonna work.
You are so giving no info out whatsoever at all.
To be honest with you, that car of mine's from day one. It's wanted the opposite of every 8-valve that I've built and that I know of. It wants nothing. It wants the total opposite. Exhaust-wise, same thing. I mean, with exhaust, good example, I've got a 76mm exhaust in my car.
Yeah.
Where there's some guys with making more power with 60 mils. They can't go bigger than 63 because the car doesn't want it. But funny enough, my car wants it. And for some odd reason, makes power with a 76.
Okay.
Even though in my head, it's telling me that shouldn't work.
Yeah, but it does.
It works. And I've played with it. Yes, it worked.
Well, you've got that's your game. I mean, you've got the facility to make any exhaust system you want and keep on changing until you get something. And in your experience, you're saying the 70-odd mil works.
I've had 4 branches that I've built. I've had I don't know how much exhaust I put on there. That I played with on the dyno like in one day. I come back, go to the dyno, one run, not right. Back to the shop, change, back up the whole time until I got it right.
Yeah, you should just put a dyno inside your shop and be over with it, klar. Because you're running up and down all the time.
I wish.
So let's just talk about the branch and header quickly. So what have you got? Is it a 4-2-into-1 or is it the 4 straight into one?
No, it's a 4-into-1.
4 straight into one.
4-into-1 header.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, it's a step. It's a step header basically that I built.
Okay. And are there any boxes or is it straight all the way out?
No, it's got one box in the back, obviously because of Killarney with the noise.
Yeah, for that
restrictions and stuff like that. So yeah, I've got a silence on basically.
Okay, cool. So let's before we go, let's get into the fun stuff. So before we started, jump onto Facebook and obviously let people know that you're going to be on the Boostsa Podcast, and we've got a sexy picture of you with your glasses on there. Some people were saying some stuff about that. And we basically asked.
Do you know all that pic? Do you know where the pic was taken?
When?
That was taken in Namibia.
Namibia?
When we went down Namibia, when we went down to the race in Namibia, that's a pic from them. I think it was 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Yeah.
So we asked, coming to the Boostsa Podcast, Ben and Amazon, and then we just asked, what questions would you like us to ask him in the podcast? So obviously everybody jumps in with questions, and we've got a ton here, bro. So I'm just going to run from the top. Most relevant, 23 more. We're not going to ask all of them. We're just going to go with most of them. So we spoke about Ashraf Gambit Ali wants to know, what plans does he have to break into the 11s? Is there more to be extracted out of the engine or further weight reduction? So I think basically we covered that already. I mean, we spoke that you could do more weight reduction. There's a lot in the car that you can still take out. And what you're doing with basically tires and with regards to the engine, well, can you get more out of that engine as it is there now, if you wanted to? I mean, what could you do to that motor to get more?
I think I can. If I run if I drop the compression, like everyone's talking about nitro, I'll talk openly about it because everyone's thinking I'm running it. Yeah. If I drop the compression on my motor, I think I can run nitro.
Okay.
Because at this moment in time, I can't because the compression's too high.
Okay. So you could. Okay. So short of using nitro, let's assume you kept it pure meth, no nitro. There's nothing much else you could do with that motor, is there?
I can. Then I'm gonna spend. Then I'm gonna have to stop supporting master parts and support my overseas. I'm
with you. Yeah. So import parts, overnight parts from where do the VW parts come from anyway? They don't come from Japan, also, do they? Because Fast and Furious got everybody thinking that all the car parts come from Japan.
No, they don't come from Japan. They're probably made in Japan.
And then
they probably made there under the
under license of made in Japan under license of. So
that's it.
It's a tough one. Kyle wants to know what mods give you the best results on pump fuel for an 8-valve. What mods?
Yes, but there's lots. You know, say one thing, and then another mechanic will say another thing, and another guy will say another thing. Everyone's got their own recipes.
Yeah.
So that's a difficult question to answer.
Okay. Vincent Gotch, I hope I'm pronouncing his name properly. What size injectors are you running? Okay, you asked what size injectors and what type of fuel do you need to run a set like this? So we know that you're running pure meth. You could run meth nitro if you wanted to, but injectors, is that something we can discuss?
Yeah, it's Bosch injectors, 1000cc Bosch injectors. That's it.
Okay, which is available over the counter. Nothing crazy. Okay, so there you go, Vincent. 1000cc Bosch injectors. Wayne Tango wants to know what type of motor oil you use. You use a synthetic oil?
Shell Helix.
Shell
Helix 15W40.
There you go.
15W40. Okay,
Wayne, there you go. Everybody's going to go out and buy Shell Helix. Anyone that's got an 8-valve is going to buy Shell Helix tomorrow. Rian Hugo wants to know what gearbox and ratio are you running? We spoke about the gearbox earlier on. straight cut gears and synchro.
Ratios I can't give out. That's the secret.
Exactly. That is a big part of it. Rian, you go. I'm sorry, but
that's the secret.
Rian's a race himself, so he'll get it. So unfortunately, Rian, I'm sorry, but we can't let that one out.
I'll pay the school fees.
Yeah, we got Bradley van Roy. I don't know if you read through this comic before. Yeah, you know what's coming. It's actually not that bad. It's not that bad. Bradley van Roy wants to know, how does he breathe inside the car with that spicy fuel? He's just causing cuck.
Yes, you know what?
It's just
I was
causing
waiting
cuck.
for that. I was waiting for that. That's
Oh, he's just Magic Owens. Aminosh Singh says, please tell him to smile during the podcast. But we've been laughing so much, it hasn't been a problem. Keenan wants to know, what does it take to get an 8-valve into that time bracket? Lots of time, lots of effort, lots of trial and error, lots of bleeding knuckles, and some money. That's basically the recipe, right? And lots of seat time.
Yeah, that's what we need. Yes, lots of teething.
Yeah, teething problems. Jamie Josh wants to know, why not a 2J in a Mk1? Because the engine would weigh more than the car. Probably why.
I would never do that to a golf body. Never.
Never.
That's why I'd never stick a hand in the golf.
Bro, you remember that time?
I won't be as... No, that's Bradley. I won't be as stupid as Bradley.
Remember the one time we were still doing the Boostsa TV show from Profit and you opened up for us? I rolled into Profit with a t-shirt with Honda S2000 and you nearly threw me out the fucking shop. You're very sensitive, guy. You're very sensitive. I was going to put that t-shirt on tonight to say, dude, you like the t-shirt?
Okay.
Rushdie Ori wants to know, why 8-valve and not 16-valve? I think we can just say that you've got a goal with the 8-valve. You want to get to a certain time with that car running straight methanol. So that's basically the reason for now. Are there any other reasons?
Look, I don't like to follow crowds.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's getting 16-valve.
But now everyone's getting 20-valve as well, 16-valve and 20-valve.
Yeah.
Look,
I will push the 8-valve because, I mean, I've pushed the 8-valve, not as far as I can, but I've pushed it far enough.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, there's a lot of 16-valves that still need to catch me, put it that way.
True story.
I'm not picking on them, but I'm saying.
No, but that's a fact. That's a fact. You know, and
I've proved the point. It can be done.
I think that what you've been doing, I mean, you've got a certain goal in mind and you know which cars times that you want to go fetch. So until you get, it doesn't matter if you're running 8, 16, 20. I mean, I'm sure the guys in the 16 running 16 valves have got a certain goal where they want to be. The guys in 20 valves have got to go where they want to be. So it's all about using what you've got and attaining those goals. And you've still got a ways to go. I mean, to go from 12.005 to break into 11s, 11.9, 11.8, it's going to take some work, bro. It's not just going to happen. You know, it's going to take work.
Not easy. It's not easy.
It's not easy
to take off 0.3, 0.4, 0.5 off your time.
That's insane.
It's a lot.
And to do that consistently, it takes work.
It does.
Sergio, another friend of ours, rumor has it he's going to build a rear-wheel drive Mk1. I don't know. Is that possible? No way. Completely. No way even near the truth.
No, I don't know what he's talking about. Next.
I actually like this. I actually like this question because you and I spoke about this the other day. What is this is Ramsey Carolus. What's the lifespan of that setup? Since we all know we have to go through great lengths to get serious power out of 8 valves. Also, what are the limits to which you can push the motor? So what you've got lifespan. Obviously take into account that you fucking just blew up the motor 2 months ago. Let's talk about before that.
The only issue I had before this was cylinder head issues. I've never had a bottom end issue.
Okay.
So that engine's lasted basically 3 years.
Yeah.
I've stripped it to put bearings in and stuff like that because I didn't want to take a chance to run like that long with bearings. So I've dropped it sometime and again, put in new bearings and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, that thing hasn't blown up. This is the first time. And it's through my stupidity, like you said, the phone call.
Yeah, you could have saved it. But look at with what it is, like you've been mentioning. I mean, it's master parts parts in the car, nothing crazy. You could do it on, you'd have a little bit of a budget, but not nearly what you would need for 16 and 20 valve motors. You could do quite a lot with an 8 valve, you know, and say within a reasonable budget. So there you go, Ramsey, that's your answer.
Yeah.
Anthony Cobo, we spoke about this. He asked, is the motor fully worked? So everywhere's got work on it. We're just not saying what. So, well, Avon Mentor wants to know why all motor when everyone else is running turbo. So
look, if I reach the goal, I'll obviously, if I don't stop racing once I reach the goal, I will go turbo, but then I'm gonna do the total opposite what everyone else is doing. Then I'm gonna go turbo diesel.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Well, look, that's not going to happen in the next couple of months. You still got a far way to go with that particular motor and that setup. So it's nice to see that you would actually change it up and you're just keeping the game. So that's cool. We spoke of Warren Buerta, what gearbox and what it's done. We've spoken about that. Mike Dixon asks, now that things are quiet, is he thinking of building a stronger motor? Basically, we've spoken about that. You're going to keep the motor that you've got, just refresh it up, refresh it a little bit, a few minor tweaks here and there. Ashley Peterson.
That's my head guy.
Is he where? Mike Dixon. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there. I see I got it there. Okay.
Mr. Cylinder himself.
That's him. Ashley Peterson, another friend of yours. He just puts, but is it fast? And a whole lot of laughing faces.
That's Mr. Jester himself.
That's Mr. Jester himself. The Honda guys are coming out.
I'll say one thing, and I know Ashley's going to watch this.
Yes.
I always beat him to a point with anything.
Yeah.
Always. And he'll know what I mean, but I'll beat him to any point. And he'll come afterwards. Okay. Let's just leave it there. He knows what I'm talking about.
You'll know. Actually, when this is live and you're watching this on YouTube, then you can answer whatever Brandon said in the comments to the side. You can come back.
I'll beat him to any point.
And that's there's a couple of others. I mean, I posted this on various places. A few people asking, but that's the bulk. That's the most of the questions, and people are asking about the car and what you're going to do to it and things. So, look, I'm glad that you took some time out to sit with us and speak to us about the car. The car's been coming on a long time. The fact that it's an 8 valve makes it a cult classic. The fact that it's doing call it, I want to say it's a 12 flat, 12.005. That's just a 12 to me. Plain and simple, and you are that close to being in the 11s, and just for those reasons, you know, I think your car's legendary, but so congratulations on building that monster, and we want to see you go faster.
Thank you. Hope to go faster.
When though? We just have to wait until this whole thing is done. Before we close off, you said the motor's out now. You're busy refreshing it. You've got any sort of a time frame, or just when you got a chance?
If not really, I'm not really bothered about the car now. But I mean, if someone sends me a message to say there's drags in the next 3 weeks, my car will be idling on Friday.
I don't doubt that for 1 second. I don't doubt that.
It'll be idling on Friday, so yeah.
Bro, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you taking the time out. And we're just looking forward to see you around again. So, everybody, Brandon Almazan.
Peace out.
Cheers,
thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers, bud. Cheers, bye-bye.
Okay. That was probably one of the funnest podcasts that we've had. It might be a little bit longer than normal, but we just had so much fun chatting about the car, chatting about the industry, the questions we had. We just hope you enjoyed it. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you always jumping onto the podcast. Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. We try and do one episode every week, chatting to one or other driver and talking about their cars. And it's all about getting to know the drivers, getting to know what they're building, and seeing what goes on behind the scenes of all the insane cars that are out there. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to like and subscribe and hit the bell, and remember to share. We love you guys. Thanks so much. Cheers.